Hey everybody, this is Mike Smith, and this is the next video in the Paperbound Brawlers series. This is the next character, Horus, one of the first few that we designed way back in 2013. He's one of the groups, he was one of 4 characters that came to life pretty quickly. Didn't take too long to design him for whatever the reason, we just kind of nailed it. But he was one of those first 4 out of the, I think, 11 we've done that made it through the entire production. At one point, Horus was going to be replaced. There's another character called the Guardian, who actually was going to replace Horus. We were just going to get rid of Horus altogether. It was kind of heartbreaking, I remember that, because so much had been done for this character. He'd been finished, his menu was finished, his color profiles were finished, and I think also his animation was finished. But then, I don't remember exactly why, but there was this moment of, we were going to get rid of him. And I remember just kind of putting it aside, feeling kind of sad for the guy. I mean, you know, you get connected to your art. And started redesigning the Guardian. And I think I made some kind of suggestion at that point. It's like, hey, why don't we just keep them both? You know, now we got 2 characters, and why don't we try to redesign something else? Let's just keep them both now. And we did. And so now we have Horus and the Guardian. But at one point, the Guardian was going to replace him. So I'm glad he stayed in the game. But as you can see here, he's got a far thicker outline now. His fur, or his feathers, are almost like shark fins. So he's far more angular and sharp around the edges. Really thick line work there around his edges as well. He was tricky to do, to kind of put together, mainly because of 2 things. First of all, one of the swords was like coming towards camera, so it was kind of difficult to figure out how to foreshorten that sword to make it look right. The one I'm working on right now, actually. It was a little tricky, and I remember his head and the beak were very difficult to do. I think the beak, it was just hard. Again, it was one of those pieces, anatomy, that was foreshortened on his body. And I swear, I don't have it here. I don't think I've kept any of this stuff. I must have redrawn that head about 16 different times. Really just because of the beak. I could not get the beak right. It was just driving me nuts, I remember. So that was, when I look at this character now, it looks like, oh, it's so simple and it's all finished and done. No, his head just drove me nuts. But I finally worked it out. It was something about the eyes and the beak and the nose and everything, how it all kind of came together, just getting it right. But you can see the inking process, boom, already done. We're looking into the value process now. This character, unlike the other ones, now this character and several other ones that are coming up, they're bigger characters. They have a little more mass on them, so they actually have a lot more value added to them. You go back to Eddie and Jasmine, I talked about there's only like 1 layer of value, but you'll see here I actually put some darker values on Horus. You'll also see it on the Guardian, the Scarab, definitely on the Mastodon. Anything that was just large, because really on a scale chart, Eddie is actually only goes up to about his waist. I mean, these are actually really larger characters compared to Eddie. I actually made a scale chart, I'll put that up at some point. But they're actually larger characters compared to Eddie. So, you know, they obviously will have more value added to them and more highlights. But he was fun to do. When I got past the head and the beak, he really came to life. What I do like about this one, you still see the action lines in it, but I think what helps him stand out is just the feathers, the shark fin kind of feathers just help him. Again, going for aggressiveness and some energy in the design, even though he's pretty close to the same pose that he was in the original game. If you look at the original poster, he's kind of close. I think I just swapped hands and like what sword was up, what sword was down. It's striking, but it just, again, a character that needed energy, and something sometimes as simple as just adding those feathers and those hard angles really helped. A little more aggressive face too. You can see it in his eyes and his beak. But anyway, this is going to switch over to the final product here in just a second. You're going to see one of the final color profiles, his original color profile. Let's see what happens here. It's got to be soon because I'm running out of stuff here to do. I think I'm running out of value area. I should be coming up here any moment here. The final color profile. There it is for Horus. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. More videos to come with all the new characters. Thanks for watching.